This tutorial covers how to build a Blackboard rubric in Blackboard version 9.1 Service Pack 9. While you can build your rubric on the fly in Blackboard, it is recommended that you first build your rubric in Word. You will be able to view the rubric as you build it, correct errors, and make changes. Then you can copy and paste your descriptors into the Blackboard rubric template. In the Blackboard course site, go to the Control Panel, Course Tools, Rubrics. Click on the words Create Rubric. Enter a name for your rubric and a description if you desire. Students will see the description. Next, scroll down to Section 2, the Rubric Detail. First, we are going to add the criteria. The rows identify the criteria for your assignment. These are the areas of the assignment that you will be evaluating. Blackboard gives you 3 rows to begin with. You need to click the Add Row button to create additional rows to match the number of rows in your rubric. Once the rows have been created, you need to rename the row headings to match the row headings in your rubric. Click on the chevron next to the row heading and select Edit. Then type in the heading for your rubric. Once the criteria have been adjusted, you now can work on the levels of performance. The columns identify the levels of performance for each of the criteria. If you need to, add additional columns so that this rubric matches the number of columns in your rubric. When you have the correct number of columns, you'll want to change the column names. Click on the chevron next to the column name, select Edit, type in your column heading, and then save. Now it's time to add the descriptors. Descriptors spell out what is expected of students at each level of performance for each criteria. You're going to type in or copy-paste each descriptor in the appropriate text area. Now it's time to choose your scoring option. Blackboard accommodates several scoring options. Point options work well when you want to control the specific number of points earned by each level of performance. You have to make sure that the point totals add up to the number of points possible for the assignment. Percentage options work well when you have a single rubric that you want to use for assignments with different points possible. The percentages automatically adjust to the appropriate number of points. You will have to try the different options to find what works best for you. Once you've decided on your scoring option, you go to the Rubric Type drop-down menu and select the option. I'm going to use Point Range. Now I go to each criteria, and for each level of performance, I add my point ranges. Once your point ranges have been entered, scroll to the bottom and click Submit to save your rubric. If you need to edit the rubric, move your mouse over the name of the rubric until the chevron appears. Click on the chevron, select Edit.